Hello again, and welcome to the Friday Wrap for October 31st. Happy Halloween. Now, last week it was extremely busy. Starting with last weekend, on Saturday we had the Burglary, of course, Fall Festival at the Village Center. That was packed. There was kids all over the place, trick-or-treating from building to building. Probably the busiest spot was probably Two Boston's, the new pet supply store. Also packed was Jim Peterik's book signing, with his new book at the 50th anniversary of the Ides of March. Last weekend, I decided to get out of the village to go to church. Went up to the St. James and Sag Church. Along the way, saw a pretty cool truck along the way. Had a neat sign in the back with "To God be the glory." On Monday, I started out the day with the DuPage Mayors and Managers Conference Legislative Committee meeting. That met in Oak Brook with about 10 mayors, as well as village administrators and some councilmen from, I know from at least one from Naperville and some other trustees. We went through the list of priorities for the year, which we plan to lobby Springfield for. Top of the list was pension reform. We're going to try our best at that because that's certainly strangling a lot of municipalities. The village board meeting was Monday night. Everything was on the consent agenda. The one item that was pulled off the consent agenda was my appointment to the police pension board. That was met with a tremendous amount of disagreement as to who should be on that board. Just so the residents know, that ultimately appointments like that are up to the mayor. The trustees are there. Of course, they need to vote for the qualifications of the candidate, but they don't actually appoint the candidate. To appease and to build some rapport with the other trustees, I decided to re-interview the candidate that was on the board for the last several years, as well as get more information on the candidate that I was proposing. So more on that next week. This week we also had a really special event in the Burr Ridge, thanks to our chief John Madden and his connections with the law enforcement community across the state. Burr Ridge hosted a ceremony to honor fallen Illinois State Trooper Aaron Hale. They had a huge ceremony at our Burr Ridge Police Department. It lasted probably about 30 minutes. About 100 police officers were there, complete with a parade of cars, motorcycle officers, etc. It was followed by a motorcade going up north on County Line Road along I-55, going south we occupied the middle lane going down toward Joliet. Underneath the overpass that was dedicated in her name. That's the overpass at Route 83 and I-55. It was a very emotional morning and a great tribute to State Trooper Aaron Hale. In addition, that night we had this weekend we had a dinner for the 100 Club dinner to honor our fire and police departments. Unfortunately, I was unable to attend, but in a good way, I was home that night. To be able to have a chance to be contacted by one of the neighbors. We had a very important topic. We had another burglary in Burr Ridge this week. It's on Lake Ridge Drive, just about 5 or 6 houses away from my house. You know, we've had a string of them, and it seems like it's a trend that isn't going to soon stop. But we're going to try our best. It looks like the actual number of burglaries this year in Burr Ridge is only up a couple of burglaries, but one is too many. One burglary at all is too many, according to Chief John Madden. But unfortunately, they've seen a string of burglaries increasing along 294, everywhere from Hickory Hills all the way up to Winnetka. I'll get you more information and statistics on that at a later time. Especially after the chief gets back in town, when they're going to assign a special task force for that, because we have to do everything we can to minimize any type of future burglaries around town, and to work together in order to get information to the police department so we can fight that. Here's a quick business update. There's a 4th annual food drive for Chicago Food Depository. It'll be sponsored by Global Luxury Imports. It'll be next weekend. It'll be from 2:30 to 4, I believe. Blackhawks will be there attending with doing autographs. And that's a phenomenal facility if you have a chance to stop by, and a great cause. Update on the Village Center. It looks like Sticks and Stones, the new wood-burning pizza oven restaurant, will be moving into, or will be submitting some plans for the space right next to Starbucks next week. And there's a lot of other progress pending in the Village Center, which we'll update you on in coming weeks. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you have a great and safe Halloween and a blessed week. Take care, and we'll see you next week.